jump in. There we go. Perfect. Thank you very much for your assistance. All right, I think we are going to go ahead and get started. I am just going to cover a few administrative things, same sort of procedure as last time. I'm just going to read through our hearing script just so it's on the record. This is continued in progress. My name is David Sturkey. I'm the zoning hearing examiner. I'll be presiding over the hearing today. The case number before us today is ZH20220012. This is 1 Taft Lane. The purpose is to allow applicants and any opposing parties to testify and offer and refute evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the zoning hearing examiner. All testimony or evidence that an applicant or any opposing party wishes to provide must be presented at this hearing or at the last hearing. Let's see. What we're going to do today is I'm going to give the what appears to just be our applicant and owner an opportunity to update any testimony. I know that we have a revised site plan now to talk about that. Give you the opportunity to talk about any of the discussions you had with surrounding property owners. And I'll give the zoning plans examiner, Doug, who's had a chance to review that revised site plan, an opportunity to weigh in if he would like to add any additional commentary. And that's basically it. If you guys want to make any closing statements, I may have a few questions. If you guys want to make any closing statements, we'll allow that. And seeing that there is no one else here, we'll close the hearing after that. Decisions may be expected within 2 weeks. I may limit or exclude testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being presented. Now, if we have any technical difficulties, I'll try to troubleshoot those on the fly. But if there's some defect that prevents us from meaningfully going forward with the hearing, I may continue the hearing, but I don't anticipate that'll be a problem. Let's go ahead and get everybody sworn in, and then we can get started. So if you could raise your right hand. I need everyone to answer out loud. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you shall give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Great. Thanks, guys. All right. Why don't we just jump right into either Mr. Back or Mr. Walker, whoever preferred to give me an update on where we are here.
Yes, this is Dennis Back. We have since our hearing a couple weeks ago, we've had I believe 3 meetings with the neighbors, not all of them. The neighbor right across, 2 of the neighbors on Taft Lane, Max and Tom. Tom lives across the street, Max lives up at the corner. So of the 3 other houses on Taft Lane, we met with 2 of the neighbors were in the meetings. We had a meeting there yesterday afternoon, a final meeting, and just to be on site and check sight lines for the fences. And one of the neighbors from across the street came over and joined us for a few minutes. I believe the only person that was in communication at the last meeting, Chris, he wasn't at any of the meetings. But he lives across the street on William Howard Taft, down the street a little bit and across the street, but he wasn't. But the other neighbors were, their concern, which they had voiced at the meeting, their concern, which really wasn't for the variances we were requesting, was the fence in the right of way. My new site plan shows us not only pulling within his property, but back within his property, not even close to the property line. That was something that meeting out in the field with Herb, the owner Herb, and myself with the neighbors, Herb had proposed that, and that was acceptable to the neighbors. Now, I don't know if a couple of the neighbors, Max and Tom from across the street, were going to email something into you. I don't know if you received anything or not from them saying that they weren't opposed to our variances anymore. I don't know. This was yesterday when we met with them about 4:30. They said they were going to email something in. I don't know if you received anything from them or not.
I did not. I don't know if Doug, if you got anything. I feel like Doug, you would have shared that, but
no, I haven't gotten anything either.
Okay. My understanding is that they're aware of the hearing today, and if you're you're representing that these conversations were productive and that the changes to the revised site plan did alleviate some of their concerns. Is that right?
Yes, when we left there, meeting with Max and Tom yesterday, Tom lives right across the street. Max lives up at the circle there at the top of Taft Night Place. We were on agreement. This was acceptable to them. And in fact, they were going to both. We asked them if they could send you an email, just so you had something from them in writing. So I didn't need to speak for them. But if you need to, I can get Max on the phone.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
We do have emails and correspondence that state their position. One from Tom, who outlined what our conversation is in our agreement as far as what that new site plan shows. And we do have emails from David, one of the owners of one of the properties on Taft Road Lane, and as well an email from Max. So they've emailed us, but I guess they just have not sent you an email.
You mean John?
John, yes.
Yeah. So if you have those emails that occurred before this hearing, I'd be happy to. I would like you to send those to me so that I can add them to the record. So they're attached to the decision.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might even got one. You might have gotten one from John too. I don't know if he sent that to David or not.
Gotcha. So just to be clear, let me ask you guys a few questions. Well, first, Doug, is there anything you'd like to add or any comments based on any of the revisions?
I don't have much. I didn't have a chance to update the staff report, but it won't change any of the relief that's required or our recommendation. Basically, that the fence that was in the right of way was not part of the zoning review previously. Now that it's been pulled back within the property lines, it does fall under the zoning regulations, but being no taller than 4 feet tall and 50% solid, it meets the zoning requirements. So there's no additional relief, and we still recommend approval for the remaining fences.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Doug. So to be clear, Mr. Beck, the revision in the site plan, what exactly is that removing? Is that removing the fence out towards the front of the property line?
Yes, that had originally the site plan that was submitted with our original. He had to show the fence out in the right of way. So we took that fence out of the right. We removed it, pulled it back where it's on Herb's property. So
Okay.
There's no more fence out in the right of way with this new site plan that I sent you. I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
The fence in the right of way has been removed, even though that we weren't asking for any variances on that, just to give the neighbors the comfort level they wanted. I physically took it off the drawings and moved it in to where what we had agreed with the neighbors, what Herb had proposed to the neighbors.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, I'm just pulling that up. Sorry, give me one moment. Does that mean those pillars are going to be moved back as well?
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right. Anything else you guys wanted to say that you didn't have an opportunity to in the original hearing, or about any of the revisions?
Herb?
Oh, no. I did want to thank you for allowing us to take the opportunity to talk to the neighbors, and it was very productive. So I think them not being here is a good show of signs that we all were in agreement, hopefully. But outside of that, I think our proposal or our application is still the same, what we initially wanted to get the variance for, so nothing's changed in our vote.
Okay, great. Well, I think then, unless there's anything else, we'll leave it at that. I am also glad that you all were able to have a few meetings and to talk through this and to get on the same page. And so, congratulations. That's that doesn't always work that well. So thank you for agreeing to do that.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I need to just, the code requires me to do a site visit. That's typically for me is just sort of driving by, particularly with a project like this. The decisions typically take about 2 weeks. And so I'll have, when I finish that decision, I put it into a PDF and email it to everyone who was in this hearing and the last hearing. So everyone will have a copy really just moments after the decision is made, assuming that this will be approved, which I believe is likely. You can immediately then, once you get that decision, you can start working with Doug on any necessary permitting to get that piece settled. Any questions about the process there?
No, that's good and clear. Thank you.
Okay. If you do have any questions in the meantime, feel free to reach out to me, or you can also, of course, continue to ask Doug questions if you have them. If you want a status update on the decision or anything like that, please reach out to me directly, and I can let you know where I'm at with that. And yeah, that's it. I want to thank you guys again for your time and your testimony over the last few weeks. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And unless there are any other questions now, we are adjourned.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Doug, thanks for your help also on this.